Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about a simple and cheap item that you can buy from your aquarium store that can potentially be life-saving to your fish and can be used in a variety of different ways. And that item is aquarium salt. Now it doesn't have to be from a certain brand. This happens to be API's aquarium salt. But aquarium salt is aquarium salt. And this one comes from basically the evaporated seawater. And the point of the salt is to add electrolytes into the water, which your fish will then use to produce its slime coat, fight off disease, enhance its color and overall health. And they promote disease recovery. So if you have fish in your aquarium that's showing signs of stress or having issues along with having parasites on the body or fungus or some bacterial infection, maybe disease such as rotting fins or open sores, or you've had fish that's been fighting and they have some wounds from that, aquarium salt is a good alternative to medication to use in your aquarium. It's usually, most people like to use aquarium salt for their first round, and if the aquarium salt doesn't solve their problem, then they move on to medication. But aquarium salt does a lot for your aquarium, and you can use it with freshwater fish. Now some people might think, why would you add salt to a freshwater aquarium? Wouldn't it make the water salt water and be unhealthy for your fish? Well, the amount of salt that you use using aquarium salt to produce electrolytes and minerals and help heal your fish is not enough to substantially raise the salinity level to make it that of salt water. And I've used this in my African cichlid tanks, and they are showing no signs of stress from the salt, and they're collaring up, and it's just helped fighting off any type of disease or wounds that they might have from being territorial. So they say that it promotes fish health, it improves gill functions. Now I'm not sure what the exact science of how aquarium salt works, but they say that freshwater fish actively maintain a natural balance of electrolytes in their body fluids. The electrolytes are essential for an uptake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide and ammonia through the gills. Lack of electrolytes may cause serious health problems. They also helps reduce stress, and if minerals have been taken out of the water or fish have been stressed due to disease and they use most of their naturally occurring electrolytes, it helps. It's like when we're sick and people tell you to drink Gatorade. It gives you that electrolytes to help you get over your sickness. This one you just use 1 tablespoon per 5 gallons. It says rounded, but I just do a straight level tablespoon. I use just the normal little plastic cheap measuring cups, that way I don't have to use any from the kitchen and have to clean them. One thing to note though, if you use aquarium salt, it does not evaporate. So if you put it in your water and you have a 75-gallon aquarium and you put 75 gallons worth of salt in there like you would, you don't want to go in the next day and add more, because then you will raise the salinity level too high. The only way to remove salt from your aquarium is doing water change and manually removing it. So if you do a 50% water change, you should be fine to add more salt in it if you need to. Also, they do want to note that some live plants do not react well to salt. I'm not sure exactly what those plants are, but just do your research on the type of plants that's in your aquarium and if they respond well to salt. If they do not, either don't use aquarium salt or perhaps remove those plants from your aquarium and put them in a different container until you get done treating with salt. Now, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't use these with invertebrates and snails, just to be safe, because this could potentially kill them. There is reports of snails being killed by aquarium salt, and I'm sure it'll act like putting salt on a slug and they would happen to die in a horrible, inhumane way. So if you have snails and invertebrates, I don't recommend using aquarium salt unless you remove them. You may be able to use aquarium salt in lower quantities instead of dosing the full amount for your aquarium, but they do help a lot. Also, this does not affect your beneficial bacteria within your filter in your aquarium. So unlike some medications that you dose, you could potentially kill off a good amount of bacteria in your water, and that could lead to ammonia and nitrite spikes, which you do not want. Aquarium salt does not affect it. Now, you can use this if you're setting up an aquarium. You can just routinely put it in your aquarium during every water changes, but you don't have to. And it's really nice because this stuff is cheap. You get a big carton of it. This I think was like $10, and it lasts a long time. So this is something that if you're new to the aquarium hobby or you've been into it for a while, that you should always have available just in case you need it. It's better to have something and not need it than to need it and not have it. So aquarium salt is cheap. It's a good alternative to some medication, and it's often used as a first round defense against fungus and other type of external parasites. Now, I do believe some aquarium salt you can use for internal parasites like tapeworms, but it's just better off just to use as other medications that's designed specifically for that, like API General Cure and stuff like Paracleanse. So aquarium salt's usually used just for external stuff, but it can be used for internal as well. So I hope you guys learned something about this. And like I said in other videos, subscribe to the channel for more tips and reviews and information on aquariums. I have 22 or so aquariums in the fish room right now, so it's always something I'm learning and I'm willing to put on YouTube for other people to learn. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, hit the like, and put in the comments if you use aquarium salt in your aquarium and your experiences. I would love to read on them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, stay safe, keep keeping fish, and I'll see you next time.